guys. I'm Trizila, founder of TrizCom Public Relations and Pitch PR. Welcome to my new office space at Casa Trizila. Warnings though, the dog may start to bark, the neighbors may start mowing their yard, and the house behind us is putting up a new roof, so you may hear hammers hitting nails. And then there's my daughter. She may come in and interrupt us at any point. This is just our new norm. The one thing COVID-19 has taught me is how to go with the flow. I hope each of you is healthy and well. Thankfully, our house is virus-free. It has been an interesting few weeks, hasn't it? My fourth grader's been out of school for the past 2 weeks and is bored out of her mind. Thankfully, school starts today via Zoom and independent study. For the past 8 years, TrizCom have all worked from home remotely, so this isn't that different. What is different is having all the interruptions, about every 20 minutes or so. I can't tell you how many times a day I have to remind myself to just breathe. As most of you know, one of our firm's specialties is crisis communications. We have been crazy busy crafting messages and headlines for our partners, and I think I may just have the CDC website memorized by now. We used to say that there isn't a certain type of crisis we haven't worked on, because we've worked on so many. From 9/11 to the Boston bombings to Katrina and Rita. We've worked on C-suite misconduct, road rage assaults, manslaughter, fraud, and on and on. But this one is brand new to us because we've never, or for that matter, any other PR firm, have worked on a crisis of this scale. Meaning no other crisis in my life has affected every single American the way this has. Every single American is touched by COVID-19. You could say 9/11 touched every American, but it didn't necessarily affect the quality of life the way COVID-19 is. I was talking with one of my partners the other day. We worked on Hurricanes Katrina and Rita together. She made a statement that caused me to pause. She said, "With the hurricanes, we knew that the water would eventually go back to normal and clean up. However, with COVID-19, no one really knows when our new normal will begin. It could be a few weeks from now, or it could be by the end of the summer. There's just too many unknowns, which causes anxiety and stress and panic. The news reminds us of this 24/7. At some point, we just stop listening to COVID-19 related stories. We are all craving more than ever stories that are not related to COVID-19. Even now, my eyes and ears gravitate toward the positive news stories about the good in people, random acts of kindness, how we are all helping one another. These feel-good stories are like a rainbow after a heavy rain. I love them. Right now, as a brand, this is where you can make a positive impact with your key audiences. I implore you to look for the good your company is doing, the good your employees are doing, the good your vendors are doing, and then share them. The world is craving these types of stories. Share them on your blog, on social media, and with news outlets that cover your industry. In fact, this week, I learned of 2 Dallas area outlets who are searching exclusively for good news types of stories. They either started a new site or added to their sites. I'll put the websites in the notes below. But the first one is My Sweet Charity. My Sweet Charity covers charities, philanthropy, fundraising, nonprofits in the Dallas area. They recently announced that they have a new series called My Sweet Kindness. Plans call for bylined articles of anyone who has experienced or witnessed a good deed, from some simple acts as making brownies for an elderly neighbor to a generous person helping to pay for your tuition in school. Everyone has their own story of kindness to share. I love that. The other outlet is from Voyage Dallas. Voyage Dallas spotlights small businesses, independent artists, and entrepreneurs, local institutions, and those that make our city interesting. Each story is an interview format, but is essentially a written byline by the person being interviewed. Voyage Dallas is also in Houston and in Dallas. Yesterday, I got an email saying they're starting a new initiative called Shout Out. Shout Out is designed to help get the word out about great local businesses, artists, and creatives. And then there's the Good News Network. This online publication has an archive of over 21,000 positive news stories from around the globe. And it confirms that people already know that good news itself is not in short supply. The broadcasting of it is. We have had a couple of our partners' stories featured on this site, and the response rate and engagement has been great. While these three are exclusively looking for good news stories, these same stories are also about great human interest stories. We always tell our partners that no one really wants to read or watch news about your company unless you are a Fortune 100. They want to know how your product or your service will help them, how it will solve their problem. They want to read examples from real people. Same thing goes for prospective employees. Most don't care what you do or what you make. They want to know what your culture is like. Think about retention. Your team will love to read stories about their colleagues. The person who is spotlighted will feel proud and most likely share it with everyone they know. By sharing your feel-good stories with others, you accomplish more than just content. You accomplish goodwill, gratitude. It says we are a company that cares without actually having to say it. So go look for your feel-good stories. See for yourself how powerful they are and how effective they can be. Well, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed your cup of Joe with Joe. And next week we'll be back to you with a little bit more. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, stay sane. Thanks so much and have a great week.